What it up? What is up, Raider Nation? We're back at it again. I'm gonna post a little bit that we're live. But if you guys can help out, please send that link around. We were having like some technical difficulties with my camera, so please, I didn't get a chance to post the link up. Please send the link around and let's get it started. What's going on, Raider Nation? Just give me a sec here. I'm gonna be letting the nation know that we are live here on YouTube. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You guys, just give me a sec. We were having some technical difficulties before I was hopping on, and I didn't get a chance to post it on my socials. As you guys can see on the down below, please go follow us Primos on X, on Instagram. That is where you guys are going to see us posting when we are live. That is the easiest way. If you guys are not hitting that bell on and to be notified with that. But yeah, we are good to go. All right. You guys, how we feeling? How are we feeling today? I am feeling great. I know yesterday I was supposed to go live. Had a little bit of an issue. Lost something very important. Had to put my time to that. You guys, it was something very, very important. Me and my girlfriend were like flipping this house upside down looking for it. Good news, we found it. But now we are back. We are back live. And and CGR, you know what the technical difficulty was? My camera was just dusty. So to give you guys I was 30 minutes, like literally came on here 3 o'clock, was getting my notes ready, getting everything ready. And I come on and my camera is looking disgusting. Like I'm blending in with the background. And I'm like, is it because of the shirt I'm wearing? Like, but I'm always wearing a black shirt, I'm decked out in Raider gear, right? And I'm like, bro, what is going on? I could for 30 minutes, I could not figure out why I was blending in with my background. Like you could still see me, but bro, it was disgusting. It was nasty. And then I looked, I wiped my camera just a little bit. Like, what does my camera do? And then it clears up. And I'm like, yo, wait, is my camera dirty? Is that it? And I wiped the entire camera. Look, bro, we looking clean right now. I'm loving the quality. Loving the chat, loving what we got, bro. We're gonna have some fun today. I'm having some good vibes. I'm excited to get this going. But CGR, thank you for pulling in. We got one of the moderators in here, Sean, Ian, Reproper Johnson, Sheehan, Adam, however you want to call it. This guy is literally giving me all the Raiders notes. I'm over there busy at work, and he's blowing up my phone like, bro, Primos, you gotta hear this, and I'm like, Sean, do you take a break? Like, are you there? Like, what's going on? But always appreciate every single thing that Sean Johnson sends me, and he sent me some interesting stuff to talk about today. So definitely we're gonna dive into it. Ask a Bum is in the building. I'm the new anti-hero, the XL Raider. Oh, is that your new name, Ask a Bum? Are we dropping new names? We dropping new names? MG Raiders is in the building. No, Sean. I'm glad I fixed it too. And right as soon as what was it? As soon as we had to go live, I fixed it. He did. XL Raider. Formerly Ask a Bum. Honest prediction: Raiders 95, Cardinals 1. Can you even score 1 point? The rest will give the Cards a mercy play at the end of the game because they felt bad for them. That's hecka funny. Chris for Raiders, what up? Podcast, what up, nation? Hey, what's going on, Chris for Raiders? How about them Celtics? Nah, I know you don't like them Celtics. I know you don't, but I always got to rub it in. Yes, you guys, on the way in, hit them likes, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell so you guys are not missing anything. We got 6 people in the chat. What are we doing here, you guys? Spread the love around, spread the channel around like wildfire. You know, somebody who loves Raider content, who loves talking Raider football, who loves talking football in general. Hit them their way. Bring them over here to Primo's podcast. Let's have some fun today, you guys. And let's dive right in. So I missed. So on yesterday, we were to go live. I was going to talk about a Jackson Powers Johnson situation, and I was hearing reports that he did not. That he, I don't know if he did practice or he didn't, but there was some worry around the nation on what is the Raiders doing with Jackson Powers Johnson. Well, later in the press conference, Pete Carroll went on to the podium. Literally was the first question to be asked, what is going on with Jackson Powers Johnson? And he said that he got hit in the ribs, and they were basically monitoring him as a precaution and keeping him off the field. Well, today we got some good news by Jesse Merrick from the Silver and Black on X. I know I keep where is it? He said Raiders offensive line Jackson Powers Johnson is back at practice today and is also working with the ones at right guard. Alex Kappa still isn't practicing. He also was suffered a rib injury. And I wanted to talk about it, you guys, because also, you know, I know the title of the thumbnail is hold on. Hold on. Accelerator. It's accelerator respawn. No, I got you. Nah, bro. MGs, no. We're not doing that. But like the title and thumbnail, what's going on with JPJ and who's the best 5 for the offensive line? Well, I think we already kind of seen how that's going in the first preseason game. Now, here's what I want to see, you guys. Going into oh dang, I think I cut myself. Ooh, I cut myself pretty bad there. Sorry, you guys. This is what happens behind the scenes with Raiders Premiums. Over here cutting my leg up, over here having some issues with the camera. It's just disgusting right now. It's disgusting. We are not. You can see Primos was not. I mean, I was ready, you guys. I promise you, I was ready. But hey, it seems stuff was just not working around with me. But I'm bringing up the depth chart here, and the depth chart right now we have left tackle Colton Miller. I think that was a given. Left guard Dylan Parham, another given. Now, here's where we keep monitoring the position battle, which is the center and the right guard position. You got Jordan Meredith as a starting center and Jackson Powers Johnson as your starting right guard, with DJ Glaze taking the starting right tackle position. I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys believe that will be the starting 5 going into Foxborough week 1? And honestly, you guys, I believe that is going to be the starting 5. I think that is your best starting 5, even though I personally think JPJ is a better center than a guard, but maybe they believe Meredith is a better center than Putnam or Cap, or Jackson Powers Johnson's a better guard than Kappa, which honestly, that just makes the signing even worse, that he's not even going to start paying him that. I think it was like $5 million, $6 million, and you're paying him to sit on the bench. I wish I could make that type of money sitting on the bench. Trust me. But you got Jack, but when you look at that starting 5, who else is better on the Raiders currently? You got Charles Grant, Caleb Rogers, yes, but those are both rookies that you really want to develop. You want them to sit back and learn. I know we have Dalton Wagner at the third string that we're going to probably see. You know, we've seen seen time in the preseason in the fourth quarter. It didn't really get a lot of reps. We've seen a lot more of Charles Grant and Caleb Rogers, and we also seen a lot of Jordan Meredith and Jackson Powers Johnson at the center position and the right guard in the week 1 preseason game against the Seahawks. Will we see them again in the against the 49ers? I would hope so. Reason being, you guys, even though I said that is your best 5 that is on the offensive line, it is still an experiment at the end of the day. Like I said, can JPJ be an all-pro guard? Yes, I believe he can. Is he better at center? I believe he is. I still want to see how Meredith at the center position and JPJ at the right guard is going to take shape. I need that. I want that relationship to be built more. And they, like I said, they played a lot of snaps. I think going into the third quarter is when they finally got pulled. Maybe like halfway through the third quarter is when they finally got pulled. I want to see see a little bit more from them with the Niners, and by a little bit more, I'm not saying go the whole game to the fourth quarter. I'm meaning maybe like another quarter, maybe a quarter and a half, pull them in the second quarter. I don't know. I want to see how this experiment is going because week one didn't really give me any more confidence with Jordan Meredith at the center position. Jackson Bowers-Johnson, I like him at right guard. I mean, he's a dog. You can go watch the tape. He was moving bodies, pause if necessary, but he was moving bodies on the offensive line. Jordan Meredith, it seems he needs I want to see a little bit more rest from him because going against guys like the Chiefs, I know people were worried about him going against Chris Jones. Well, Chris Jones is one of the best in the league. He's going to get his, but you still want to see a battle there. You do not want to see Jordan Meredith becoming this guy's lunch. You don't, because if Chris Jones is in the backfield time and time again, being disruptive, yes, you can say that's a great player, but that's also a problem on your offensive line. If Geno is running for his life or he's getting sacked a bunch and Genty isn't getting any running room, this is an offensive line problem. And we've seen it. We've seen it when we were trying to get Genty rolling, even with 3 carries. He kept getting tackled in the backfield. That is an offensive line issue, and I want to see it get better in the preseason now because week one we better not be seeing the offensive line play the way it did against the Seahawks. That was an embarrassing performance by the offensive line. If that is the offensive line we are going to get throughout this regular season, we are going to be in big trouble, you guys. It doesn't matter that we have Geno Smith. It doesn't matter that we have Ashton Genty. None of that matters if our offensive line is not clicking on cylinders. And I get it. Sometimes they're going to get pushed around by better competition. But what is the one thing that Pete Carroll screams every single time? Compete, compete, compete. If we are lunches for the defensive line, for opposing defensive lines, especially that interior, it's going to be a long day come Sundays, you guys. It's going to be a long, long day. Let me get into the chat real quick. I want to see what you guys are. What is your guys' thoughts on the Raiders offensive line? XL Raider says, I'm getting Raider hoodie made, black hoodie with hot pink Raider shield. Can't wait. That sounds fire. So, hey, XL Raider, if you have Instagram or X, preferably Instagram. I'm more on Instagram than X. DM me, man. I would love to take a look at that. Mainly because I want to cop one too. It sounds fire, bro. I might want to cop one. Dalton Risner and Brandon Sheriff are free agent guards that are still available veterans. That's massively better than Cap. And I agree, Sean. But at the end of the day, we still have to see what we have in-house. It's better to see what you have in-house. And then if we do have to make the necessary adjustments by going to get maybe a Dalton Risner or Brandon, I call him Sheriff. I know that's not his name, but I can't help but say Sheriff. I don't know. Just looking at it says Sheriff. Then yeah, you got to go take a chance. Cause like I said, at the end of the day, that the trenches, you're going to live and die by those trenches. Leak Eye, salute to you, man. Chronicles, we are not going to show our hand. Pete doesn't want any film on our team until after week 4. I agree. And that's why I said it's still going to be an experiment. I do believe that is going to be the starting 5 though. But it's not to say we're not going to see any offensive line shifts, going into the Niners and then even going into the Cardinals week. And we're definitely not going to see the starters play against the Cardinals. Will we see them play against the Niners? I don't know. Pete does some weird things. I've seen Pete play his starters in the last preseason game. So who knows what Pete is going to do. Jackson Bowers-Johnson, I be moving bodies. Yeah, you do. JPJ. It's JPJ, not JPJ. Leak Eye, AOC's big disappointment, no excuses for his mistakes. And yeah, Leak Eye, we went over that in our last live. I've seen people trying to make excuses over, with his with the play calling, specifically like it's a new playbook, he's learning on the fly, but those throws were just disgusting that you cannot put any excuses on anybody but AOC. There is no excuses for him underthrowing Dante Thornton. Dante literally beat the corner. That should have been a 70+ yard touchdown. And then just basically looking at one read. It's like, it was funny because I was talking to my dad and my dad's like, that's like when you're playing Madden and you're like, I'm going to throw it to A no matter what. Even if he's triple covered, I'm going to throw it to A no matter what. That is basically what happened on the second interception. He was going to throw it. I don't know who was the intended target, but he was going to throw that ball no matter what was whether it was covered or was open. He literally got baited into throwing that. But yeah, can he have a better performance this week? We hopefully. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about will the Raiders trade him. That's a sticky. That's really a funny subject to talk about, Leak Eye, because who wants Aiden after that performance? Because this is a guy who has starting reps, he has starting experience, and he just got his ass handed to him on a silver platter by backups. Who wants that as their backup quarterback? That, yeah, hey, God forbid you're starting now. Yes, playbook means everything, but like I said, the playbook was not the issue. Um, Against the Seahawks. Those throws were disgusting that he was making. And he was making some good throws, but those 2 interceptions, inexcusable. Inexcusable. CGR, I hope JPJ ends up at center. Me too, CGR. I really do, I really hope JPJ is at center, but part of me is just saying that's not the route the Raiders are going to go. It is looking like Meredith is at the center position and JPJ is going to be the guard, which I wanted to ask you guys, who are we blame as much as I give credit to Spytech and we shout out to Farrell. He recently just posted, me talking about Spytech and giving Spytech praises. I think this could be the one not CGR on Spytech, but at the same time, he was not going to overpay for any guard out there. And I know I say that, but then you look at the Kappa deal and it's like, well, he's getting paid. Let me look at Alex Kappa's contract with us because let me see that contract because from my understanding, it was like a $6 million deal, and I'm like 2 years. Let me see. It was a 2-year deal too. 2 years to sit on, $5.5 million to sit on the bench. Like that. I mean, let me see what's the average of backup guards. Are they getting 5.5? I just don't like how we're signing a guy at 5.5 million and he's just gonna sit on the bench. Average salary. That might be good though. That might be good. Let me see. Yeah, it is overpaid. Backup offensive guards in the NFL typically earn salaries ranging from the league minimum around $750,000 for a veteran up to $1.5 million or more, depending on experience and team. A median salary for a backup guard might be around $1 million, while some high-end backups could potentially earn closer to $2 million, especially if they have starting experience or are versatile players. This just reading this makes the deal even worse. Because right here. So he signed a 2-year, $11 million deal with an average salary of $5.5 million. And I think, is it fully? No. What's his guaranteed? It says total guarantee is going to get He's going to get that 5.5 million. This is a disgusting deal. As much as I give Spytech his flowers, that is a deal that should not have happened. If we were going to die with if we were not going to sign any guard, we should just not sign any guard. We should have just went to the draft. We drafted 2 offensive linemen anyway. Carlos Rogers was also playing guard in the preseason. Again, he needs the experience. He needs the reps. He needs development. It's good. Maybe they're thinking of a veteran presence, but even then you have Colton Miller. I know he's a tackle, but still, like, you got Parham. Like, I don't know. The deal does not look good for having a guy on the bench getting paid $5.5 million when the league average is about one million. But I digress. Let me get more into this before I fall behind. I saw Raider. It could help us if we went old school and starting using some 2-back sets. This would give us an extra blocker on many plays. You can also just bring in another tight end or an extra offensive lineman. I mean, I know that's what made the 2016 offensive lineman so dominant. They not only were they power blocking, but they also brought in an extra lineman. So they could switch to that. They could have plays like that, XL. But it is a wait and see. It is definitely a wait and see. Actually, I said it before. The real OC would be a better quarterback than our AOC. The real AOC? What do you mean by that? Leak Eye, need more reps from Lakitasi. I thought he did good. And yeah, he had a little bit of reps, and I was hearing good things about him. Um, that I think he is going to get those more reps, Lee Guy. I think a lot of the guys who played well last week against the Seahawks, I do expect them to play a whole ton more. I'm expecting Dylan Olave to get a ton of reps, Cam Miller to get a ton of reps. Sorry, Aiden, but Cam Miller deserves those reps. What's his I think his name's Cedric Jackson. I think he's going to get a ton of reps. There's a lot of guys that played very, very well last week that I think they're going to get a ton of reps this upcoming week against the Winers. AOC is staring down his receivers, and it's funny, MGs. Even on the Thornton pass, he was staring down Thornton, and that's what kind of upset me even more. It's like you're staring him down, and you still underthrow him. Like it was inexcusable. AOC's throws was horrible. That's not scheme, but he doesn't fit a Chip Kelly scheme. We need dual threat moving forward. Statue pocket passes are the thing of the past. And yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Let me see. Sean Johnson, Cincinnati did have a bad O-line. I think John Spytek is hoping to get Kappa from Tampa Bay. If he could get the Kappa that played in Tampa Bay, then yes. I'm down. I'm down for that Kappa. But the thing is, right now he is slated to be the backup to JPJ. So right now the deal looks horrible because he's not even slated to start. And then, like I said, just reading it there. Shout out to Spot Track. That average backup guards get $1 million. Like they don't get Kappa money like that. They don't get $5.5 million to sit on the bench and be a backup. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Kappa, because if he's just sitting on the bench the entire season, that's, again, not a lot of money, but that's money that could have been spent elsewhere. We got Sam Darnold in the building. We got MGs. Looks like Aiden is running the one read offense instead of going through his progressions. Yeah. Oh, he's talking about the politician AOC. That's funny. Oh, man. Bro, why AOC keeps staring me down? I don't swing that way. You guys are funny. But there is a rookie out there, you guys, that I wanted to talk about. There is a rookie making some noise that I'm going to bring up. And also shout out to Jesse Merritt. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? It was about, well, you guys already know who probably is going to be about. If I can find it, I know I've seen it. I have it in my notes. Okay, I might have to scroll all the way up. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna come to the depth chart because seeing his name will make me remember. But Tank Booker, you guys, or not Tank? It wasn't Tank Booker. Sorry, I gotta go to our draft class. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm over here drawing a blank right now. Raiders Primos is drawing a blank. His brain is not working, y'all. His brain is not working. Where is our defense? Yeah, was it Tonka Hemingway? Tonka Hemingway. I'm trying to find the tweet that I got. Someone saying that he had a really good practice today. I can't find it. But anyways, you guys, going back and watching the film, Tonka Hemingway had a really good film. He had a really good film against Seattle. Now, nothing that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but he was getting off the line really fast. I think he's gonna, again, that's another guy that's gonna get a ton of reps going against the Niners. He had a really good preseason week 1 opening against the Seahawks. So expect Tonka Hemingway to make some noise this week against the Niners. And also, you guys, our trade that is Tank Booker. I wanted to bring him up because he also had some really good film on him against the Seahawks. And he was playing out there, I believe, with the threes. I know he was playing out there with the threes. I want to see what he does with if he's going to get plugged in a little bit earlier if he's going to play with the twos this week against the Niners. But a lot of people were hating on the trade, and right out of the gate, he's making a name for himself. Again, just like Hemingway, not only is he getting off the line fast, he put pressure on the quarterback. Again, nothing that's going to put show on the stat sheet, but he had Milroe almost running for his life out there. Every time Milroe had a scramble, it was because Tank Booker was on that ass, positive necessary. And he was also an impact in the run game, plugging up holes. It's just a pause-worthy show, but plugging up holes, blocking run lanes, forcing backs to basically cut back into traffic, and that way, I think he was in a Jamal Adams. He wasn't involved in the play, but he is what allowed Adams to get a tackle for loss. So I think there's some gems that we have on our defensive line. Again, how would they gel? With the guys like Max Crosby, Malcolm Kuntz, Adam Butler. That is yet to be seen, of course, and we're probably not going to see that until week 1. But with those, with guys like Max and Adam Butler and Kuntz, those guys can, they can just elevate their game to the next level. But love what I'm hearing out of those two. But any other rookies, you guys, that stood? I want to hear from you guys. Is there any rookies that stood out to you, not just against the Seahawks, but that's been having a good camp in your mind that probably isn't getting talked about enough? With that, I'm going to go over some more notes, and then I will get back to your guys' comments on which rookie is impressing you guys in camp, not just against the Seahawks, but also in camp, and that you believe can possibly push for maybe not just a backup role, but maybe get some starting. I want to say starting reps, but get enough reps to where they're not really considered a backup. They're like a rotational piece. But Jesse Merrick also went on to say that, I know I keep talking about him, but Trey Tucker really does look so comfortable right now. He's so quick and fluid, running his routes real tough, covering one-on-ones. And I did see a video of him running his ones out there. And I am definitely – was that a disc? I think I just got a Discord notification. I am excited to see what Trey Tucker looks, even the little time that we've seen the starters out there, him and Geno having that connection, coming on a comeback route to the sideline. Trey had his corner on skates, and he used his speed. He didn't just use his speed to, go down the sideline. He used his speed to break away and gain separation, opening up a pass from Geno Smith on the sideline for a first down. Excited to see what Trey Tucker is going to look like in a Chip Kelly offense, but also with a quarterback that can actually get him the football down the field. But it seems Trey is upgrading his route tree. I'm not saying he never did, but I'm very excited for Trey Tucker. But this is his third year. I believe the pressure is on. We're going to see what Trey Tucker is going. What type of Trey Tucker are we going to get? Are we going to get this guy that we are going to hold on, that he is going to be an explosive guy on this offense? Or is it going to be another wide receiver that we're just going to have to kick rocks on and next man up? I mean, we did drafted Jack Besh. We did drafted Dante Thornton Jr. I know Dante was more drafted to be that X receiver, but who knows with Jack Besh? He's already slated to be the backup to Trey Tucker, where they're going to be flipping in and out. I'm hoping for big things from Trey, though. But again, this is his third year. He has to get it going. Jesse also said it looks like one of the Raider staffers busted out to 49ers style boombox ahead of practice today. Because the Niners always like rocking the boombox during their practices and their entrance into Levi. But let me get back into the chat, you guys. I left off at where I left off at Thornton. DeMokes is in the building. He went from AOC's MVP incoming to Cam Miller MVP incoming. He's calling it right now before anybody else calls it, so he can be the first one to be like, I told you so. But DeMokes, do not put that on Cam Miller. You put it on Aiden, and look how that turned out, okay? Let's calm it down a bit. I did like what I seen on him, though. Let me see. The depth chart, y'all should be worried about me, but I appreciate the coaches trying to help me out. Bro, where are these coming from? Bro, where are these coming from? Bro, who is making all these different like accounts? My goodness. Depth chart don't have the injury bug hit you, bro. Axel, I meant not to jump on a bandwagon. You can't beat Genty. Yeah, yeah, bro. Where are these? Where are these things coming from? But let me also get into some more notes, you guys. I heard Devin White. He also had a really good day today. He had 2 interceptions today. The second one, this one was off a ball that bounced off somebody's helmet. Good awareness to find it and haul it in. Hey, the tip drill. The tip drill. You know, I can't tell you how many times. I mean, it felt like every time we had the tip drill on our end, we could not get the football. So, you know, hopefully, hey, you gotta work on that tip drill. Gotta work on the tip drill. Get those interceptions. To the or you hate it. Let me see. Tashawn Reed said Raiders are giving Kyle Blue Kelly some first team cornerback reps along Eric Stokes. And I did hear about that. And this is going to be a guy I'm going to be watching. I'm going to do a little bit more homework on him, see what the Raiders are seeing with him, and give me a reason why that he is rising up on the depth chart. Speaking of the depth chart, you know. But yeah, Caillou Blue Kelly, they were saying that he is rising up on the depth chart. He has been impressing the coaches. Let's see what he brings against the Niners. You know, like I said, I love hearing things coming out of practice. I'm loving the positivity coming out of practice, but it doesn't mean anything if you're going out there and you're going to lay a goose egg on the field. Jesse Merrick also said it looks like Terrell Edmonds is working with the twos, which is kind of no surprise given that Lonnie Johnson went down with injury. Another Chris Smith, still the first safety off the bench when the Raiders go to that big nickel look with Edmonds arriving. No shocker. It's Terrell's first day, but worth noting. And yeah, the more Terrell's going to get gelled with this defense and under Patrick Graham's scheme and also Pete Carroll, I believe he is. We're going to probably see him and Chris Smith rotating a lot come Saturday. Also, Jesse Merrick, according to Gina, he is replying to someone that, you know, Gino made the comment that Trey Tucker he gave him similarities to Santana Moss. Someone was like Santana Moss type of comfortable. Jesse Merrick said, according to Gino, yes, high praises, but you can definitely see elements of Moss in Tucker's game. It's worth noting, you guys. And Santana Moss, at least I knew him from when he was with the Redskins. I know he played, what was the other team that he played for? Was it Seattle that he played for? Let me see. What other team did he played? Was it? I know he played with the Redskins, and that's where I've mostly seen him when he played with. No, it was the Jets. He played with the Jets. I thought it was. I don't know why I'm thinking of the Seahawks. But I'd known him from the Redskins when he was playing with RG3. That, like I said, 2011, 2012, that was when I was really starting to really watch football, starting to know players. If Tuck could be anything like Santana Moss, at least from what I've seen out of Santana, maybe you guys seen better. I'm excited to see what Trey Tucker is going to look like. Hopefully, have a big game week one. Have a big game week one. Jesse Merrick, one of the interceptions that Devin White picked was off of Geno Smith. Devin's flashed in the coverage a couple times over the last week or so. At practice, he's getting past breakups, and now he got an interception. And he finished the day with 2 interceptions, you guys. Yeah, one of them was off of a helmet, but that's what you like to see. Pinpoint, have the awareness, being able to haul it down off the tip drill. Also, coming from Caillou Blue Kelly, he high points the ball and comes away with the pick on Aiden O'Connell. They said it was a hell of a play. Wish I could see it. Sounds like a hell of a play. Hey, shout out to Kelly. But I do want to see, was it a bad throw by Aiden? Not trying to talk mess here, but is Aiden throwing off that back foot again? He also said that there was really good physicality at practice day for the Raiders. He also said that Terrell Edmonds is acclimating to the new team defense. He and I quote, be coachable, don't be afraid to ask a question. He said he's coming in and hammering away, studying, and plans to spend a lot of time at the facility. Mentioned there's nothing for him to do at the hotel anyway. I like hearing that, man. Focus on football. You know, Focus on football. Get ready for the season. And also, Terrell, see if you can find your place on this Raiders defense. Also, Vinny B did confirm the report that JPJ did take first-team reps at right guard at Raiders practice. Richie Incognito tweeted out there that always a great time breaking down O-line play with the boys. Vinny B said this was incredibly informative. Richie does a fantastic job putting things in perspective. Vinny B said that 3 weeks into training camp, here is how I see he put out there how he sees the 53-man roster shaking out. I definitely am going to see if I could take a look at that. We talked about Devin White. He also tweeted out that cornerback Darian Porter is also now back with the ones at Raiders practice. Multiple team periods into Raiders practice has been, again, Caillou Blue Kelly getting the first team call at perimeter cornerback spot opposite of Eric Stokes. Kelly has been steadily working his way up the depth chart and, again, had a pick today. We'll see how that looks for Saturday's game. Is he going to get some starting reps or is he going to open the game? Levi Edwards, also out there in Raiders camp, also stated that Max Crosby came clean off the line of scrimmage, forcing Geno Smith to make an errant throw, and he was picked off by Devin White. And I'm hoping that, we read stuff like that. I'm hoping we can transition that to the regular season because this is why I say the trenches is so important. And I know we were talking about with the Michael Parsons trade that if you can make this D-line even more scarier, yes, it's going to make the secondary. It's going to make the secondary better. It's going to force a lot of errant throws, and hopefully the secondaries can take advantage of that. I didn't forget about you guys. I'm about to get back into the chat. Bro, what is going on with my camera, man? My camera is tripping. Look at that. You see it? Look. I was gone. Like, bro, what's going on here? Leak Eye. Devin White can look good in practice, but where was this against the Seahawks? Hey, Leak Eye, it's funny. I was just thinking that, like reading that. I'm like, well, hopefully he can do that in game day because, yeah, Leak Eye, we didn't see this cover. Now, again, it's vanilla. We're not going to see a lot of the looks that Patrick Graham and Pete Carroll want to do in preseason. Same thing on the offensive side of the football. We're not going to see a lot of things that Chip Kelly wants to do that they're doing in practice that probably, they're probably trying out some different plays out there in preseason. But yes, I do agree with you, Leak. It would have been nice to, see Devin White maybe come down with a pick during coverage out there. DeMarcus Webb. I think Booker and Butler will start the season. Little undersized, but that D-line with Kuntz and Crosby can get after the quarterback and be decent versus the run. I agree, DeMarcus Webb. I think, and also, given Jonah Lalu, he had some disgusting penalties against the Seattle Seahawks. Is he gonna open up again against the Niners? I expect so, bro. I'm trying to fix this light. Hold up, like that's bothering me. Maybe, but I would like to see a Booker Butler combination. See how that's gonna look like. Let me see what other notes is coming out of Raiders camp. Levi, he says that Caillou Blue Kelly comes away with the third interception of the day for the Raiders defense, played his zone correctly and jumped the route. Okay, so it was a really good defensive play on Caillou Blue Kelly. It just got the better of Aiden O'Connell. Ryan McFadden, he also tweeted out that Raiders players not practicing today. This hurts the deal even more that Spytek made a Kappa because guess who wasn't practicing today, you guys? Right guard Alex Kappa, defensive tackle Lee Kaifo 2, defensive end Andre Carter II, safety Thomas Harper, and we already know safety Lonnie Johnson Jr. as he's dealing with the leg injury. Also back at practice, defensive tackle Adam Butler. He was back at practice today. He was dealing with some personal reasons that he was out. I believe it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, where he was out, but he is back at practice. He was back at practice today. Ryan McFadden also tweeted out that during the team period, Antonio Mafi is at right guard with the first team offense. So again, like I said, you guys earlier in the show, there is going to be a lot of offensive line shifting around, and it's good that they're doing it now because like we've seen with Josh McDaniels, and we even seen with Antonio Pierce, where they were shifting the offensive line mid-game during the regular season. When this is the time, training camp, preseason, this is the time you shift that offensive line and you see what is your best five out there. Jackson Powers Johnson also did get reps at right guard with the ones, but that is something to know. Antonio Mafi was getting first team reps at right guard with the ones. Let me see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. Raider Scout, he tweeted out that exactly the same as the week 1 depth chart for the Raiders, aka don't read too much into it. Thomas Booker slides in on the 4th string at defensive tackle, will likely start for the team, and Terrell Edmonds slides in as the 4th free safety. JT Woods, now the 6th cornerback with the trade of Jacorian Bennett. And yes, I believe they did update it. They did. Yes, this is what Raider.Scout was talking about. They updated the depth chart post Jacorian Bennett trade. Let me see if there's any others. Jesse Merrick, he said quick hitters from the Raiders practice. JPJ was a full participant working with the first team at right guard. Kappa is still out. Again, this Kappa being out is making the deal even worse than what it really is. Adam Butler is back. Lots of rotating along the defensive line. Big day for Devin White. He had 2 interceptions. And Caillou Blue Kelly mixing in with the ones at cornerback. And he also had a pick today. Zamir White seems like a lock to make the Raiders roster. This is coming from Ian Swanson on X. Doesn't have the blue check mark. So again, I don't know how true this is. But he says the main trio in the backfield this year will be Genty, Mostert, and White. White could be the short yardage guy. If there's any truth to that, I want to see some more preseason out of White. I want to see some more because, not gonna lie, after Labe's game against the Seahawks, hey, you might need to take a look at Labe if he has another type of game against the Niners that he did it against the Seahawks. Ian also tweeted out that the Raiders are making a mistake if they don't keep second-year edge/linebacker Amari Gainer in some capacity. Stood out in the preseason last year. It was a fantastic prospect to pick up as a UDFA last year. The flexibility, closing speed, athleticism, versatility, and explosiveness. Now, how you guys feel about that, you guys? Do you guys believe that Amari Gainer should be on the 53-man roster? Now, did he show anything to you guys against the Seahawks? I mean, again, for the defense as a whole, it was kind of lackluster. I didn't really see anything that I was impressed with Amari Gainer. But, again, they got another preseason game coming up against the Niners. They're at home in Las Vegas. Definitely expecting this team to play with a little bit more heart in front of the nation. I know there's going to be Niner fans in the building. Tune them out. Raider Nation, show up loud, show up proud, and let's support our guys. And yes, you guys, if you guys haven't got the chance yet, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe. Also, share with your friends, share with your family, share with anybody you know that loves talking football, loves talking Raider football. Share it. Other than that, you guys, not really much else to talk about. There wasn't any other notes that really stood out to me. Let me see where you guys are at. We got 6 people in the bed. Bro, this thing is bugging me. I'm getting tired of it. But yeah, you guys, I mean, if we ain't got nothing else. If you guys are cool, we ain't got nothing else to talk about, you guys. Not gonna keep you guys longer. I gotta head out and go get the wifey soon anyway. But you guys, this Saturday, Niners, Raiders. It's going to be fun to watch seeing these young guys again. I've been saying it since training camp that I am watching these young guys. I'm watching the rookies. Now I'm watching Booker because, we traded Jacorian Bennett for him. I want to see keep the momentum. They didn't win the game last week. I'm not looking at wins and losses. I'm looking at, are you improving week by week? Can Lave keep the momentum going? Can Jackson keep the momentum going? Cam Miller, Booker, Hemingway, those guys, can they keep the momentum going? That is what I want to see. That is what I'm looking for. And we will be previewing the Niners and Raiders. I will be shooting for either Thursday or Friday. So hit that bell. Keep a lookout for that. Already got the thumbnail ready, so just gotta plan a time, plan a date, and we'll see. We'll see if we can get. Maybe we can get some guests on the show. But anyways, you guys, thank you guys for pulling up. Shout out to every single one of you guys. Appreciate, love y'all. Man, I can't say it enough. I can't say thank you enough. But we are gonna be heading out Thursday or Friday. Stay tuned for the preview show or Primo's preview. Winers, Raiders, preseason week 2. What are we gonna look for? You guys are not gonna want to miss it. I'll see you guys next time for Primo's preview.